International newspaper Diario Red América Latina has released private audio recordings of a conversation between former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernández and current Honduran authorities. In those audios, he confesses that Zionist operatives in the United States paid his bail and brokered his release from prison, where he was serving a 45-year sentence for drug trafficking. Hernández had been arrested in March 2024, but was pardoned by President Donald Trump in December 2025.
The money for the pardon didn't even come from you. It came from a council of rabbis and people who support Israel. The Prime Minister of Israel is going to support us. We are very grateful to him. They had a lot to do with it. In fact, they had everything to do with my release and the negotiations.
In reality, the bargaining chips that Israel and the United States use to generate this political power, let's say in Honduras, are, in fact, areas of economic access and military bases, and on the other hand, special legislation so they can invest in artificial intelligence in the region. So, we're talking about a much larger operational plan involving many interests.
The leaked conversation also reveals the creation of a disinformation outlet with contributions from Argentine President Javier Milei. The outlet allegedly seeks to produce fake news aimed at launching a media attack against the governments of Gustavo Petro in Colombia and Claudia Sheinbaum in Mexico. The revelation comes as Colombia prepares to hold presidential elections at the end of this month. Leaked audio recordings of former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernández suggest that the Zionist entity has long-term reasons for controlling the domestic politics of what has been treated as the periphery of the U.S. empire, Latin America.
The Israelis are still a proxy of the United States with a mind of its own, if you may, but it's basically it. So that's why they're helping and they're a vanguard in the reshaping of the political map in Latin America currently, in the Western Hemisphere. And of course it goes in tune with the national security strategy they have established so far.
A lawyer for Honduras' left-wing political party, Libre, believes that the released audio recordings reveal a connection between the country's ruling far-right and what she describes as international far-right funded by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
And if that is part of the scheme revealed by these audio recordings, it means that the far-right in Honduras, which has now seized power and installed a president who did not win the election, is also very well connected to the international far-right and specifically funded by Netanyahu. So, this is precisely a case of sovereignty being lost to that perverse duo of Netanyahu and Donald Trump.
And the aid I'm sending, I sent you people from Israel, they sent you money. I'm lobbying here.
In the 1970s, the CIA, together with military officials from the Southern Cone, devised a secret plan to undermine popular governments and establish military dictatorships aligned with US interests during the Cold War. This conspiracy became known as Operation Condor. Today, following the release of these scandalous audio recordings implicating political operatives and drug traffickers from various countries, the newspaper Diario Red América Latina asks in its editorial, "Are we facing a new Plan Condor adapted to the 21st century, or something far worse?" Reporting for Press TV, Bernat Lautaro, Caracas, Venezuela.